Hey guys, so today we're at Pandy. It's Sunday the 2nd of August and we flew for probably about an hour and a half. Quite strange conditions. It was sort of blowing, I would say 8 to 12 miles an hour on the hill. Very little lift initially, and then when we did get it, it was sort of up to 2,500 feet, and we just couldn't burst through that 2,500 foot. For me today was about confidence of getting myself back into the game with my flying. I've just come back from France. I had 2 or 3 flights which were probably on my limits. One of them I would say maybe went past my limit and knocked my confidence slightly. So what I've done is I've come back. I flew yesterday at Westbury on the Ozone Light, and actually it was quite a nice flight, bumpy but quite nice. And then today I brought the Delta 5 out, expecting Wales to be quite rough. It turns out actually it wasn't, but the Delta 5 just gives me so much confidence. You can actually slightly relax mentally when flying, and I think I just need that for the next couple of flights. Also, having had some comments on YouTube, I've noticed that actually when I fly nervous I hang off the brakes a little bit. So I've got to re-educate myself now to get my hands back up and just let the wing fly more, especially on these reflex wings, which was one of the comments from somebody who I respect. So yeah, so it's as we all know, paragliding is a bit of a brain game, and today was all just about enjoying myself, getting some height, getting some good thermals, and really just getting my confidence back. So back to the flying at Pandy, myself and Shane, we pushed down to the quarry, and as soon as we went around the quarry it was like 3.9 sync, and I think you hear on the video at some point where I'll say to Shane, look, if we go around there we're going to land. So sort of our boundary was takeoff, the high takeoff, down to the quarry and back. So we never made it down to Cat's Back. I think it would have been, you know, a bit of a suicide run, and with these hot conditions the last thing I wanted to do is walk back from Cat's Back to get my car.
Yeah, I think if you'd have gone around that corner you'd been walking.
And you just hear me sort of confirm that on the radio to Shane, where I was telling him I wasn't going to follow him around the corner. So it was quite interesting watching people, because like I say, the conditions were just strange. It wasn't your normal Pandy. So lower takeoff, somebody was in the bracken about 30 foot down. I'm not sure what happened there. One pilot I saw was doing back downwind, and he obviously got it wrong and landed quite hard on top of the hill. I went down to see him and he was okay. And then there were another 2 or 3 pilots who landed out in the fields out in front of the first corner to the left of takeoff. Again, just huge sink. One minute they were at 700-800 foot above the ridge, and the next minute they're all landing down in those cornfields to the right of the video at the moment. So yeah, it was one that you had to really be quite cautious of where you were going and what the conditions were doing. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we flew for about an hour and 20, an hour and 25 minutes, and then I said to Shane, the conditions were just slowly deteriorating to the point where it would have been us landing in the cornfield. So I said to him, I'm going to push forward and land back at the van and get a cup of tea, with the idea of shooting back to Wiltshire and flying Golden Ball. So when we got to Golden Ball, we had Malcolm, Roger and Helen. Malcolm and Roger had been on the hill for 2 hours, and when we got there it looked perfect. So I was like, you know, why are you not getting your kit out? And they were saying that actually what we're getting is 20 minutes of really nice smooth air, and then a further 10 or 15 minutes of 20 to 25 mile an hour just gust from. So having sat there for half an hour, again we started to get kit out, and then boom, that 20 to 25 mile an hour release of thermals, heat from the fields came through, and it was just not flyable. So again, after another 25-30 minutes, so maybe an hour sat up there, I decided it was time to go. It was already about 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish. I'm not sure if they got to fly later on. I think they were going to try and do a late evening flight. Hopefully they did, fingers crossed. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, built my confidence up, come couple more flights on the Delta, and hopefully we get a bit of rain which softens things out in UK. See you next time on the hill or in the air.